What's going on, people? Ian there back again. This is an impromptu recording. I'm not even really. This was like a real quick setup. Not at my review station or nothing. So, and I'm recording this on my iPhone, so it'll go up. I'll probably do a proper uh, thumbnail later on, but um, as if you many of you know or you've seen by the title, today we lost an icon of wrestling, Mr. Scott Hall, or some maybe have known him as Razor Ramon. If you didn't know him as Scott Hall, uh, passed away earlier today. Um, so I wanted to talk about just talk about this real quick, because I really haven't been doing any wrestling reviews lately. Figures, I just haven't been trying to like cut back on stuff, but also it's been almost, was it last year or so? Um, I lost a cousin due to the complications due to the C virus. And this cousin was the one that really got me back into wrestling. Um, and it was around this time when things was really starting to kick off. So I did a recording of a video. I did a review of Vader, and I was gonna dedicate that video to him. I think I'm still dealing, because I'm still kind of dealing with that, because I was really close with this particular cousin. Like I said, he's the one who got me into wrestling. So I'm kind of probably dedicating this video to him also, but to talk about this, because most memories are with him, with some of the things that happened. So I'm gonna give a shout out to him, my cousin. But like I said, I also want to talk about some, because Scott Hall, or Razor Ramon, mainly when he was Razor, he's always been one of my favorites. And uh, I wanted to talk about my cousin because there's a lot of things full circle that involved him. And one thing is I remember watching it with him the night he climbed over that rail at WCW and changed the wrestling game forever. And I remember that night very, very vividly. So that's why I was bringing him up, because it's a memory I remember so vividly, and it was watching it with him. And so it was a time I was like, and when that happened, I just remember it was like, wait a minute, what is Razor Ramon doing here? I didn't know all the drama that was going on back then, but it's like, who's this Scott Hall guy? Talking about Scott Hall, and I was like, you're Razor Ramon, but he didn't even say he was Razor. He just came out and said, you know who I am, and his famous promo at that time. So I mean, it was a crazy time. We didn't know that it was just changing the wrestling game. Um, but like I said, he's always been one of my favorites. I don't know how long it's gonna go, um, but I wanted to talk about also, like, I remember, I think his vignettes were the first that I ever watched, like all of them. Um, and I think that's when vignettes were good. I think the last vignettes that were good were Goldust. That's why I like him so much too. But Razor Ramon's vignettes, man, those are some classic. Those are what I consider standard. If anybody wants to do vignettes, look at the Razor Ramon ones. I mean, for a time, when you're younger, I really thought this guy was from a Cuban refugee. They were so good. Um, um, like I said, there's one match in particular. I know many people say the first one was, but um, I remember this one. I think this one I actually got to see on pay per view. That's why I like it so much. Uh, but I think it was either pay per view or a VHS copy. Um, it was either one, but I'm gonna move this guy to the side. But my favorite match is still. I don't think these are even the right trunks. But my favorite match is still of all time. It's in the second one. I know people say the first one is the better one, but I prefer. I like the second one with Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. They're the second ladder match. It was SummerSlam because the first one was WrestleMania. It was people say it's the best one, but I like the second one. That I know Shawn was wearing that. That's why I have this one, and I know that's not the best Shawn Michaels head sculpt. But yeah, I don't think this was the trunks he was wearing in that match either. Razor Ramon, I'm talking about. Yeah, that's still my favorite match of all time. Um, for me, you know. So, man, probably gonna even watch this after I get done with this video. Go find it on YouTube and watch it again to dedicate to Scott. And like I said, I kind of fell out of wrestling. That's why I said um, my cousin was the one that kind of got me back, and that's like I said, it was right at the tail end of his run with WWF at the time, WWE, and that night just came out of he was in the crowd and just walked and came over that rail. It was just game changing, and the especially I remember the night Hogan became the third member, and that was crazy too. They just started running havoc in WCW. So man, I just wanted to get my thoughts. I was like, I still think his finishing move is still my favorite of all time. The Razor's Edge. That's still my favorite finishing move. I think the Stunner is the second, but the Razor's Edge is my favorite finishing move. Still, man. I mean, this guy was just his interests, his theme music. I still his Razor Ramon theme entrance music has been in my head all day. Um, uh, once I got the news, but yeah, I still like his him walking out with that little swagger. I think he did that for the rest of his career. That little swagger walk he came out with, and the ring, and did this pose. He do the the shake and then just end up like that and throwing the toothpick in people's faces. So, man, there's a lot of memories with this guy. I know there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of memories too. I just wanted to get mine out here, and recording this like I said on my iPhone. So, um, so if you want to leave your thoughts in the comments below, yeah, I just want to get my comments out, my thoughts out, and just say rest in peace to Razor Ramon, or just rest in peace to Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon. Thank you for the memories. Yeah, that's it. So stay tuned for more videos, people, and like I said, rest in peace, Scott Hall.